be no war. Peace will take over the land. No more broken heart, abandoned and alone. God will separate the right from wrong. Then we'll be changed in a moment, caught up in the twinkling of an eye.
Hey, is my microphone on? 1 2 1 2. Hey, thank you for tapping in. It's Lizzy. It's your girl, Life with Lizzy, right here, Believe Radio. It's your 24-hour inspirational gospel station. Listen, honey, you got to believe in something, so you might as well believe in us. I am so glad that you're here. Listen, do me a favor. Tag a neighbor, call a friend, let them know that Lizzy is in and she's about to talk life. Y'all have no clue how excited I am about this show. Go ahead, get your friends, wake your grandma up, kick the cat, call the dog, because guess what? It's about to be a thing in here, y'all. I'm so excited. Listen, before I get there, I want to say thank you to the Lifeliners, you, my strong friends. Yeah, you, my strong friends. Thank you so much for joining me every Saturday, 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, right here on Believe Radio. I love you guys. Thank you once again for coming back. Y'all, I'm not going to bore your patience. I'm not going to even keep you in that much suspense. Listen, I have a friend here. I have a brother here. Child, yeah, I'm telling y'all, I wish y'all could feel what I feel. The excitement is here, y'all. I get to bring to the Life with Lizzy show to the table one of the Bay Area's greatest. I think he's he's a Bay legend, honey. He's Bay royalty, child. Yes, go ahead. Who pull on up, cause y'all, I get to bring to the table my brother, my friend, none other than J Red. Welcome him to the table, y'all.
Yeah.
Listen. Welcome. J Red is in the building, y'all. Check it out. Look at here, y'all.
Hey, you know what? I was like, who's she talking about?
I'm talking about you.
Girl, look here. I'm going to have you introduce me anytime.
Listen, I'm all for it. Take me on the road.
You
I'm
are
ready.
amazing. Look
Thank
here,
you.
Life with Lizzy. You doing it. Look at
Listen.
y'all don't understand the energy that is in this studio. I'm telling you guys, this girl is amazing. I'm telling you, y'all, get the Emmy Award ready. Believe Radio, y'all got something special. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I smell cocoa butter mixed with a little bit of olive oil. You know, you got that anointing.
Yes, it's an
but
anointment.
then you got that, you know what I'm saying, that roundaway girl. So you like my brand, hoodish and holy.
All day.
Right.
All day.
Like you got the Bible in the left hand, but you got a high comb in the right.
You can get Jesus or Jesus.
Come on, what do you want?
You can get
That's what I'm talking about. Come on now. There's a Crisco oil.
Bruh.
There's an anointing.
Don't you start. Watch yourself.
Come
now.
on, Crisco.
Watch your tone.
Talk to me. Get it.
Glory.
Ice cream.
Y'all, listen. I don't know how far we're going to get into this interview because, listen, J Red is hilarious. I'm going to try to be serious. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do that, y'all. But listen, I want to say thank you so much for your yes and gracing us with your presence. I know that you are very, very busy. Y'all, he is busy.
I be's running.
Listen, and he ain't
but I ain't tired yet. You better come. Lizzy! Life with Lizzy be busy.
Listen, and you better know it. But I am so grateful for your yes that you said, you know what, I'm going to stop by here and have a conversation and do Life with Lizzy. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Listen, I'm just going to hop right in. You guys go ahead. Come on, comment on down below. We're going to read them
let's
together.
Get it in.
But let's go ahead. Tell me something.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me something. For those of us, or I won't say us, for those lifeliners, I call them lifeliners.
I love the name. What's up, lifeliners?
Listen, those are the lifeliners.
What's up, fam?
And so I call them lifeliners because I believe that Lizzy is called to the strong friends.
You better
talk. The strong friends.
That's right. You got to check on them.
You got to check on your strong friends.
You do.
But guess what? I think my voice is to the strong friends.
That's
because
dope.
After strong people, we show up for everybody, but
Right.
it's not often that other people show up for us. So who's our voice? And so Lizzie's the voice
That's
to the
right.
strong friend.
That's
so I'm a
right.
friend to the strong friend.
That's an
right?
awesome ministry.
So Lifeliners here. So thank you for coming back. So I wanted to say to the Lifeliners, there are times when we're doing life,
Yeah.
right? And I've learned to laugh
Come on.
when I should be crying. So
That part.
today's show is how to laugh when you should be crying.
Come
right?
on.
So I thought that J Red would be so befitting.
Yeah.
So for those that have been living under a rock and for whatever reason, I don't know where you've been.
Where you been?
And don't know who J Red is. Who is J Red?
J Red is a lover of life. Like you said, I love your Lifeliners.
Thank you.
How you check on your strong friends. Because you know what strong friends is like teeth. If you ignore them long enough, they're going to leave. I said your strong friends is like teeth. If you ignore them long enough, they're going to leave. So you got to love on your strong friends. So J Red is a strong friend. Mm-hmm. I don't have fans. I have supporters.
Wow.
I'm a comedian, right? So I do clean comedy. People label me clean comic or gospel comedian. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter to me. I'm a comedian.
Got it.
I love making people laugh. Laughter to me is my ministry.
Right. I like that.
I really believe that it's medicine. Mm-hmm. The Bible says the joy of the Lord is our strength.
Right.
It says a merry heart doeth good like medicine. And so I tell people laugh. And look here, baby, if you laugh at yourself more, you'll live longer.
I believe that. I do.
People,
believe
and
that.
this is the thing about people be going to church and be going to sign up for different ministries. But my thing is, I'm like, well, how you on the outreach team and you don't like people?
Church.
Some stuff just ain't for you.
Church, it's not.
Baby, you don't need to be witnessing and you don't like nobody.
You don't
like you've been baptized in pickle juice and anointed with lemon water.
Right. Now that is showing up the truth. You about to cut up.
Put a smile on somebody's face.
So as y'all can see, J Red is the cousin you can't sit by during the funeral. Because he is going to act up.
I cuts up. And don't let me lead no funeral line. Because we're going to stop through Popeyes. Look here. Chick-fil-A.
Listen.
That whole funeral line is going to go through a whole drive-through.
Right.
Because we done been in that funeral for 3 hours and I'm hungry. And guess what? The burial ain't going nowhere.
At all.
So we're going to go through that drive-through. All 6 limos is going through Chick-fil-A. If I'm leading.
Listen, and can I get a lemonade?
Come on.
Please.
Extra ice.
Listen, tell me this. How did you get into comedy?
Okay.
Were you like...
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut off my answer. J Red is a comedian. I'm a preacher's kid, right? So I'm a PK. I know y'all over there judging already, listening, talking about them. Them the baddest ones.
We have a saying at the Life of Lizzy show.
Yeah.
Judge me not.
That's right. Okay. Come on, Planet Fitness. There's no judgment zone. So I need you to understand, as a PK, as a preacher's kid, grew up in church all my life. But guess what? I'm from that OAK, LAND, the town. I'm from Oakland, California, born and raised. My city, I love it. Oakland stand up. And so I was about 19 years old. And the craziest thing is, I was in theater, and you know you're a theater lover. Right. And so I was at the Black Repertory Theater in Berkeley, and I did an old school classic called Carmen Jones with Dorothy Dandridge and Harry Belafonte. Well, there was a comedian that was in the audience and blew me away because I didn't know she was listening. And now she just did a Netflix special that is produced by Dave Chappelle. Wow. And she sold out her Netflix special. It was at Yoshi's. And she's from Oakland as well. Y'all, I'm pretty much setting up the one and only Lunell.
Yes, honey. This.
Lunell, as crazy as it sounds, y'all. Listen here, Lifeliners. I'm saying it right?
You saying it
Lifeliners, God can use anybody. Listen. And my auntie Lunell put this clean gospel comedian on stage. I love and you know her comedy's spicy.
It's super spicy.
Super spicy.
Yeah. Put the babies to bed.
Baby, extra ghost pepper.
Listen.
But she's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Super funny. She has a
down to earth.
Down to earth. You can't get broken down where it's no longer broken. Right. How down to earth she is not even funny. Has her own residency in Las Vegas. I can talk about Lunell. She has over 20-something movies under her belt. Wow. So Soulbeat. Yeah. Right before there was come on,
but I wanted to go on the Go
baby.
Show. I wanted to go
before there was a Life with Lizzy. There was Lunell on Soulbeat. She opened up the door for people like me and you. So anyway, at 19, she saw me at the Black Rep. She said, "You should do stand up. There's a light about you. You stand out." Right? That same light that you got, Liz. Right? So I said, "Okay, whatever." So I said, I'm an actor, I'm a thespian.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, no, come do stand up. I'm over on Monday nights, open mic at the Hood, where we in the north.
Right.
So in the north, Bush Ride, we got something
I
called.
was at Bush Ride Park too.
Come on.
I performed in.
We got some connection. We got some.
Yes.
We got some hoodish
We
and
got some
holy.
hoodish.
We're gonna talk about hoodish and holy.
Some
That's my
hoodish.
brand. But long story short, the girl brought me to the Hood spot that's no longer there no more. My very first stage called Dorsey's Locker. Now, if y'all know about Dorsey's Locker,
Come on,
they had the best fish,
Did
baby. Them greens and macaroni
Yes.
from scratch.
almost got fired during my lunchtime. That
Trying to get over to
It was
Dorsey's.
2 hours and 30 minutes.
Well, they had an open. Yeah. Dorsey's gonna make you wait.
It gonna make you wait, child.
And baby, that grease was worth it.
But- Wasn't it?
Oh, it put glow on
Wasn't
you. It put glow on you.
Ooh,
It-
it had
it-
the wobble out the door. Wobble.
Oh, it was better than shea butter. It was something about the chicken grease that just made you glow. But listen to me. Dorsey's Locker allowed me to have my very first stage as a comedian. And
Mhm.
then Auntie Lunell was like, you being a clean comedian is your calling. That's going to take you off, take you out, take you, so where you want to go. So next thing you know, I'm touring with Kurt Franklin. Mary. I was the first person to actually bring Mary to the Bay Area as a promoter. And then I got to tour with John P. Key.
Uncle John.
And so J. Red is someone I would just identify as a host, comedian, and an actor.
Wow.
I feel like there's a little bit of Steve Harvey, there's a little bit of Nick Cannon,
Yeah.
a little bit of Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy. So I don't like to really just put myself in a box.
And a whole lot of J. Red.
And a whole lot of
And
J.
a whole
Red.
lot of J.
And you know what's
Red.
crazy about that? I remember it was a little white woman. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, you gotta love everybody. You gotta tell. Look here,
Didn't I tell you that?
y'all
You
gotta
never
love
know.
everybody, every
You
race.
never
I know there's racial tension right now, but God loved the whole world that Jesus died for everybody.
Yeah, that's
Right?
That's
So I'm in San Francisco at this time, young comedian, and I kill it and I do my thing on stage. And they like, man, you remind me of a Chris Tucker or a Ricky Smiley.
Mhm.
She just a little white lady pulled my little shirt tail,
Wow.
and I looked down. I said, hey, how you doing? She said, I heard them giving you compliments, and they were compliments.
Mhm.
She said, but don't ever forget you, J. Red.
That's right.
So Liz, you just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
So as many as those that may name drop and say, oh, you remind me of, we got to always remember that our identity
It's our identity.
is our identity.
Wow.
Can't nobody beat you being you.
Being the best you.
Come on,
listen,
Liz.
because I say it all the time. Listen, the best you is the healed you. Do you understand?
Ooh, the best you is a
The
heel.
best
You better come on,
is the
Izana. What's her name?
healed you.
Izana? I got-
Listen.
Come on, Izana.
Yes.
Vanzant.
The best you.
Izana.
Listen.
Vanzant.
Because the reality is that when the healed you shows up,
Yes.
the healed you shows up when you know who you are and you know, listen, this is my moment, this is my passion, this is what I was born to do.
You better come on.
Once you realize I was born to do this, I was always supposed to have a mic in my hand, I was always supposed to encourage people. There's nothing,
That's
nobody can stop you.
Talk-
You can't even stop
Talk
you,
nice to
right?
me. That's
You
it.
can't stop you. Did you always know you wanted to be a comedian?
That's crazy you said that. There was a moment
Mhm.
where you would watch Martin growing up, the Cosbys, Family Matters, In Living Color.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy was on Saturday Night Live, right, doing his special, and you'd be like, I can do that.
Right.
And you watching as a fan,
Mhm.
but you find yourself looking and saying, like, yo, I can really do that. Like, there's something in you. It has to be in you,
Right.
right?
Right.
And so as I got about 16, 17, 18, acting is really one of my biggest passions.
Yeah.
But Lunell introduced me to that microphone, and just like crack, you get hooked. Now, black people don't
Right.
crack unless you own it.
Listen,
I say black people don't crack unless you own it.
I'm so glad my teeth straight because y'all
Baby.
gonna see all my teeth.
Because let me tell you something. But no, I saw myself in a mirror image when I used to watch Eddie, and that's my biggest, everybody loves Eddie Murphy.
Eddie.
But Eddie. Oh, what have you
done?
what have you done for me, Eddie? To be loved.
To be loved.
Oh, what a feeling to be loved. Oh,
Shut
yeah.
up.
Oh, it's just, when I tell you,
Yes.
classics.
Yes. Oh, we could do. What is one of your favorite lines of Coming to America?
Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. So I got so many lines. Oh,
Right.
my gosh. It would have to be, I'm talking about
Right.
look,
Just any.
I know all the big lines.
It's
But
just
the
any
littlest
line.
things was hilarious to me.
Uh-huh.
Remember when him and Arsenio Hall were serving drinks at the basketball game, and they bumped into him. He said, "Oh, don't spill your beverages." I don't know if you remember that line. He said, "Be careful, don't spill your beverages." The way that African accent said, "Baby," when he said, "Don't spill your beverages." Because you know African people use big words. You could have just said drinks,
your
soda.
But
Don't you spill your beverages.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Oh my God. That, like, I still watch that movie like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think I was sitting on the edge of the couch when Coming to America 2 came out.
Right.
When that sequel, I was like, oh, listen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it was different, but if you were a fan and a lover of Eddie,
fan of the first one,
you,
and the lover of
you
him,
just watching it because of just nostalgia.
Right. And the creativity.
I mean,
he's so creative.
Yes.
As a comedian, do you see the need, or is there something in you that just becomes so creative when it's time to create content?
Absolutely.
Or like how do you come up with your material? Like,
life. Look here. Life with Lizzy be busy.
Life will life
and life be life. And so literally, I'm a people watcher.
Right.
So I get material by, I like being in a community, right? And being born and raised in Oakland, you can't go to every hood, but
don't you start.
Let me tell you, it be uncles and aunties at the cookouts.
You do.
And you got to know where you from. And so when I bounce around on BART, when I bounce out on bus, I people watch. And I pick up everyday funny life situations and circumstances. It'd be hilarious if you just in the Bay Area walking through the streets or LA or anywhere I'm at, and you just people watch and pick up on conversations and just everyday mannerisms, body language. That's how I get my material. Right. And it's crazy because sometimes it comes at 1 a.m. I'm like, oh, so a light bulb will go off. And so you got to be able to be inspired by life, but also those moments when it comes to you. I always tell people, my pops taught me, he said, a short pencil is better than a long memory. Wow. You got to write it down because when it comes, you know what I mean? You can expand on it later, but sometimes a hot topic or a moment will come and you want to not, because I remember I get some jokes or some material and then I don't write it down or I don't record it, because now we're in technology where you can record. And I'd be like, God dog it. Right. What was that? It was something about sweet tea. Oh, it was funny. Right. And so now I have moments like that and I make sure I take advantage of it.
Do you ever like practice on yourself or practicing?
Everybody's different. My biggest thing for me is improv. So I can't really practice that, but I do practice how I'm going to set up the joke. Got it. So I do something called Clean Comedy College, where this is a actual workshop. I teach comedians, and it's not just about up and coming comedians. It's about people who wants to get on the stage that just want to do it clean.
I need a scholarship. So I think I'm funny.
I got people like Liz who not only think they're funny, but can actually be funny. Wow. And you never know until you get up there, right?
That's so cutting edge, though.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard
I'm telling you.
anyone. Like, that's dope.
I felt like I was able to pay my dues long enough to show people like the formula of being funny, but in a clean way, right? So even if you're a spicy comedian and you've been even out there longer than me, and guess what? I got comedians that's, I believe, as humble as I'm trying to be, right? I'm being dead serious, like are hilarious. I believe way funnier than J Red, right? And they will be at Tommy T's having people in tears, right? But when it's time for them to come up and do clean comedy, they struggle, right? Because they like, oh, I usually put this word there and that word there. And they'll come to Clean Comedy College and they'll find how to be more creative. And
how to valet park those words.
How to valet park those words with a bigger vocabulary. Wow. And they find themselves being a dual threat.
Wow. Absolutely.
Because now you can do comedy for family events. Right. If you are on a late night talk show like Jimmy Fallon or old school, remember Johnny Carson?
Right.
You couldn't curse on that show.
Could not.
So people had to learn how to be funny without being spicy. Yeah. So that's what Clean Comedy College was about. So for me, I'm inspired to not only have life teach me what my material is, but I don't really like look in the mirror to answer your question and I don't really go over it, but I do find myself finding how I want to set it up. Because once I set it up, I got it from there.
Wow. I love that. Now, listen, I love comedy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I love comedy. Judge me not. I'm talking about.
Oh,
Let me tell you. I think
it's not that you love comedy, you study it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When I'm talking to someone
yeah.
that
Oh
know
my
comedy,
God. So
you know comedy.
I think I was probably maybe it was in middle school, maybe even high school
Yeah.
when Kid Capri
Yeah. Oh,
and
Def Comedy Jam.
Comedy Jam, like I used to record them on the VHS.
That broke
And
history.
man,
And you got to
it
remember, that was HBO.
it was HBO, but just to see black people in a room like
That weren't famous yet.
that were not famous, and it's like if you run those tapes back right now, it was almost everybody
You
that
saw
hit that stage
everybody.
was phenomenal. Like I remember the first time I ever saw, matter of fact, Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
I remember
Bernie
the first
Mac.
time Bernie Mac, kick it, man.
Bill Bellamy.
Man.
Chris Rock.
Like all of them. Small fry.
Yeah.
Just
They were all in their 20s.
Yeah, it was simply amazing, and just to watch how they commanded the room and
Some
how
more.
they command some more, man, just so much. Monique, just all of them.
That's right.
And even Christian comedy or clean comedy, some of my favorites.
Remember a guy named Hamburger?
Yeah, Hamburger.
He wouldn't curse. He'll go Hamburger.
Right, I remember that. And then you had the BT.
Comic View.
Comic View.
Yes.
Right. And so I couldn't wait to run home because I love
the hosts were hilarious. You had Cedric, D.L. Hughley.
Absolutely.
And remember, she was actually from Oakland. Miss Laura.
Miss Laura Hayes.
Miss Laura Hayes is from the Bay.
Yes, absolutely.
And she was right there as far as the co-host of the BET Comic View show.
Yeah, I remember. So I grew up watching that.
Right.
And just like I said, that was entertainment, like just to watch how they created it and how they came back and hit that punchline, and just to see the reaction of the people in the crowd. Or I would watch comedians how they would heckle the crowd.
Yes.
And
everybody had their own style.
Yeah, everybody, they were different.
And it's a craft, right? It's an art.
Craft, and you can tell who studied their craft. Now, I remember hearing Steve Harvey say something, and it kind of always stuck with me. He says that comedy is a gift from God because it allows you to see humor even in tragedy. Do you agree with that?
Not only do I agree with it, it is something that I am dealing with right now. When you're grieving over a family member, I have not been booked. I'm probably, let's say, the last 2 years more. Actually, I tour and I do comedy clubs, I do churches, because I do clean comedy and all that. But when I tell you homegoing services,
wow,
it has been crazy. You would think, like, how in the world is somebody booking a comedian for a home, like, wedding reception? I get that.
Right.
Retirement party or, church anniversary. But a funeral?
I told them, if I check up out of here, I'm telling you now. You heard it.
Baby, let me tell you.
Y'all better laugh.
This girl came up to me and she said, my mama loves some J Red. And she wanted her homegoing to be uplifting, positive. She said she wanted it to be inspiring. She wanted people to laugh. And it's a celebration of life. Right? Girl, I said, okay, Lord, this was my first time ever doing one. And I've done, plenty since then. But the first time I did, I said, Lord, I don't know what in the world. I don't want to be disrespectful. I want to be tasteful. But the Holy Spirit was like, I'm going to guide you on what to do and how to do it. And you're going to be funny in moments to be funny. And then you're going to be inspiring in moments you need to be inspiring. And I got off that stage and they loved it. They was like, I want you booked. I was like, how you going to book me? You're going to be dead. Come on, I'm pre-booked. I want to book you for my funeral.
You a pre-need.
Right.
You a pre-need.
People booking me for funerals, and I said, baby, you better tell me now.
Right now.
Because you're going to be gone.
But that says something.
Yeah.
Though. Like that, I know that had to be, although, like you had never done it before, but to hear somebody say, like, my mom loved you.
Yeah.
And that you would be wow.
I'm telling you.
So now, let me ask you this. Is there anything that you won't joke about?
I would. Okay, yeah. My mama. I was 19, baby. No. I'll get on you. I'll get on mama joke. Now the thing about it with me is I'm gonna do everything tasteful. Right. Okay. But what I was about to say is, mama, she's told me when I first started doing comedy, don't disrespect women and don't disrespect God.
Got it.
And reverse order. Right. Keep God. As far as I do jokes on the platform of God, on the platform of the church. So I talk about God's people all day, every day.
On and off the mic, I will.
But she said, but don't disrespect God. And she said, and make sure, you know, you got sisters and a mother. And now I'm not, look here, I'm not talking, how I'm going to say this. I'm not saying what other people do is not funny. No. But my style is I'm not gonna call you a bee or a garden tool, and that's just not my style. So you know, my mama kind of was like, you know, I want you to be funny, but make sure you don't disrespect God or women. So that's the only thing. You know what I mean?
Right. So let me ask you this: have you ever had a heckler?
I had a heckler.
Did you get on his head?
Girl, let me tell you two types. The first heckler I heckled myself. It's almost like I deserved it.
Wow.
Because see, as a comedian, when you're young, you learn that you want to not be on stage to the point where they're happy to see you come and happy to see you go.
Got it.
So you had to learn the hard way sometimes that less is more.
Got it.
So here I am being a comic, but there's a difference between a host and a comedian. Now, you know, being an amazing host yourself, if you are hosting and you're on a program, there's other people that are supposed to go on. So you can't be up there over doing your time.
Like at funerals.
Exactly. 2 minutes. So I'm doing my thing and I'm thinking I'm killing them, right? And I'm thinking, like, I'm so funny, I can do about 5 more minutes, right? Not knowing that I'm supposed to be introducing an R&B artist or whoever was next on, you know, on the lineup. Baby, I just started feeling good. I'm feeling myself. I started singing R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly. Went totally off script.
No.
I'm about 22, young comedian, young J Red. I started feeling good. I believe somebody yelled out from the back, we wish you would fly away right now. We came here for Natalie Cole. Ain't nobody here for you, Otis. Ain't nobody here for you, Otis.
You have no friends,
baby.
Nobody wants to talk to you.
When I tell you, I started tap dancing on stage. They made me laugh. Now, when I tell you I deserved that heckle because I was doing too much, I was, and I said, I believe I could. They said, we wish you could fly away right now. I said, oh, I said, that was rude.
I would have been no good. I'm sorry. I'd have to get an Uber home.
I said, I know you were lying. I said, the devil. Baby, all my feelings. I said, my feelings dropped like marbles. I said, let me pick my. I said, say less. Listen. Let me pick up my feelings.
Sandman.
I said, oh, there go one of them over there. One of them rolled under your seat. Excuse me. Excuse your leg. Let me pick up one of my feelings. One of my feelings rolled under your leg. Let me pick up my feeling there. Thank you. All right, next coming to the stage. I learned quick.
Wow.
And then I had other hecklers. And one thing about that an OG comedian told me about hecklers. Always remember you got the microphone.
Right.
You louder than them.
Yeah. Wow.
So don't ever let a heckler intimidate you.
Now that's the truth.
You got the mic.
Listen, and that's even in life.
Right.
Don't y'all let these hecklers in your life intimidate you.
Because you got the mic.
You got the mic.
Of your life.
Listen, now you getting ready to have a mic.
Baby.
I hear that you coming to the Oakland Paramount. I heard you about to have a mic of all mics. Go ahead and talk to the people.
Y'all already know.
Come on, tap in. Lean in, y'all.
This is our epic stage of the Bay Area. This is where Tyler Perry comes. This is where Steve Harvey comes. This is where Chris Rock, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, you name it. Jamie Foxx. Matter of fact, George Lopez is coming. Cedric the Entertainer, Tony. The reunion of Tony.
Yeah.
With Raphael Sadiq. They're coming.
Wow.
To the legendary historic Paramount Theater. Now, I've opened up for all the artists you can think of at the Paramount Theater. But now, I'm taping a comedic documentary that we're using the platform of Amazon Prime. And I am headlining your boy J Red, his own comedy special called Hoodish and Holy Comedy Tour at the Paramount Theater Oakland. Can we clap it up for that? It's going to be legendary, people. We already got 1,500 tickets sold. As a matter of fact, I'll even say over 1,500 tickets sold. We're looking for that next 1,000 that's going to come within these next 4 or 5 weeks, and we're trying to sell this thing out. Yeah. It's crazy. 2 DJs, red carpet, opening comedians. We got singing, dancing. I'm celebrating my 45th birthday.
Hey, we turning up.
We turning up. And my comedy special Look here, go to Walgreens right now while you got a chance and get something called Depends. Because, baby, you're going to need to depend on some Depends.
Listen,
because somebody going to pee on themselves. Lizzy is going to get pissy. Can I say that?
You can say
on the Believe, on the gospel show, I can say pissy.
So,
Lizzy, somebody going to be pissy. They going to pee on themselves.
I can't take it. Y'all, check this out. This is how you're going to grab your tickets. Look at that screen. You can go right down to Ticketmaster.com and get your tickets, or you can go to jredlive.org.
Oh, let me give them the details, Liz.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Y'all, I'm just over here clowning. Let me go ahead. I hear my assistant in my ear talking about it's time to promote, boy. October 7th. That's a Saturday. First Saturday in October. October 7th, Saturday at 7 p.m. Hoodish and Holy Comedy Tour. It's my 45th birthday. Y'all got to come on out. Go to Ticketmaster.com right now. Get your tickets. Over 1,500 tickets already sold. The energy is going to be crazy in there. October 7th, Saturday, Ticketmaster.com. J-Riz, Hoodish and Holy Comedy Tour. And we're using the platform for Amazon Prime.
Y'all, I just put it up on the screen. You have to go and get your tickets.
Liz, you already got 2 tickets.
I got my tickets.
She got VIPs.
I got VIPs.
Baby.
But this is what I want to do because I believe in my boy J Red. I believe in supporting. I'm going to need y'all to do me a favor.
What you about to do?
I want them to hit me up in my inbox. Send me an email.
What
Why
you say?
do you think that Lizzy should give you and your best friend 2 tickets?
You about to make me cry.
See our very own.
You about to bless the people?
I'm gonna bless the people.
See, let me tell you something about Lizzy.
2 tickets.
That is a kindred spirit because I'm blessed to be a blessing.
I'm a
and
blessing.
I love that. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna double that.
Look,
what you do, I'm gonna go right back and have your back.
There it is.
So Lizzy gonna do 2 and I'm gonna do 2.
All right.
So we got 2 people.
Yep. Inbox me, send me an email, believeradio.lifewithlizzy.com and tell me why you laugh instead of cry.
Ooh.
Child, and we're gonna read those. Listen, you have until let's see, what day we're gonna give them? October 1st.
Let's go, yeah.
You got until October 1st.
Yeah, that's plenty of time.
Hit me up. Why you be laughing instead of crying? And we're gonna shoot you those 2 tickets to see our very own, the Bay Area's finest, Bay Area's royalty. J Red is gonna be in the building. Guess who else gonna be in the building?
I was just about to say, and the Bay Area's royalty and one of the baddest hosts. Look here on on God's green earth. Look here, Life with Lizzy. When I tell you, this girl is so dope. It's almost like it's not even an interview. Wow. It's like we just having a conversation.
Listen, we just
and
talking.
That's what I'm trying to tell you is why you so dope. You're anointed for this, Liz. And I'm not just gassing. You have a natural, organic spirit to make an artist just open up and talk. You got what I'm saying?
He's trying to give me the boss about tickets.
Yes, I am. I got child support. I'm not in the rears.
I'm just messing.
I got child support. I thank God for you.
Wow.
Shout out to Adamology. Shout out to Believe Radio.
Yes,
this is a great platform.
I love it.
Y'all need to check it out. Every Saturday at 12 noon.
Every Saturday at 12 noon.
Man, Life with Lizzy.
Well, we speak life and we do life. J Red, I want to say thank you much for stopping by. Y'all, I'm excited. Do me a favor. Make sure that y'all are going down there. You're logging on your phones. Grab your
Ticketmaster.com.
Ticketmaster.com.
And you know what happened when you get tickets like that?
What happened?
It makes J Red sing. It feels good. Hey, loving somebody when somebody got your back. And that's the fact. Come on now.
Hey, listen, y'all. I'm telling y'all have to J Red is an experience, y'all.
We're gonna have a live band.
Yes.
2 DJs.
2 DJs.
It's gonna get crazy. And people are gonna be popping out the audience.
Drop it like a tide.
Baby.
Listen,
the show is hoodish and holy.
I'm saved. Don't judge
Which means we're gonna have Jesus and now laters. Jesus and margaritas. Let me go too far now. But it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
But
it can't be that crazy without you.
That's right.
You gotta come and join the party.
You gotta come.
I'm looking for you. J Red is looking for you. We are looking for you. So go ahead, grab your phones. Type it in, Ticketmaster.com. Get your tickets. J Red, I am so happy that you joined me. Lifeliners, guess what? You know what time it is. Yes, it is the end of our time together. Do me a favor. Make sure you come back every Saturday, 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. And until then, I holla.
A day is coming. There'll be no war. Peace will take over the land. abandoned and alone. God will separate the right from wrong. Then we'll be changed.